All right, beautiful people, this should be our last video for today. It's the third and final video. In the last video, we talked about example 1, which answers the first part of our essential question, which is how do you write repeated factors quickly? Okay, so example 1 was about writing repeated factors as powers. Example 2 is about evaluating a power. This is about the second part of the essential question, which is what does it mean to evaluate a power? Okay, so for example 2, we're going to talk about finding the value or evaluating. So we're going to start with example 2a, which is if I have the power 7 to the second power, or 7 squared. This one has a special name. It's called 7 squared. Okay, in order to evaluate, I want to figure out what the value is. That means I want to figure out what the answer is. This is where I'm looking for an actual answer. In the last video, you weren't looking for an answer. You were just looking for a way to rewrite it so that it was easy to understand. In this one, we're looking for an answer. Okay, so I know 7 to the second power means that I have a base of 7, and it's multiplied by itself 2 times. Okay, because 7 tells me the base, and 2 tells me the exponent, or the number of times. And with some quick math, I can remember that 7 times 7 is 49. Okay. All right, so 7 squared is 49. I've evaluated it, and the value of 7 squared is 49. Okay, let's try part B. Part B is 5 to the third power. Okay, so I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I know that 5 is the base, which means it's the number that's being multiplied by itself. Okay, and the exponent up here, the 3, tells me that it's being multiplied by itself 3 times. So I do 5 times 5 times 5. Notice there are 1, 2, 3 5s. That's how I know I've done it right. Okay, so in order to evaluate, now I need to figure out what this is going to equal, what the answer will be. So I'm going to do one step at a time because I'm not like a robot. I can't just do all 3 of them in my head at once. I'm going to do 5 times 5. And I can count on my fingers if I need to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. And then the last one is this 5 has still not been taken care of, so I need to also multiply 25 by 5. Now, I don't know 25 times 5 off the top of my head. If you do, awesome job. I'm glad you're practicing your mental math. Okay, if you don't, you can always do long multiplication. Okay, and I do 5 times 5 is 25, carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So this is 125. Yay! So the value of 5 to the third power, or 5 cubed, is 125. So in the left-hand column, because you have a left-hand column here, because you've given yourself space for it, I want you to write these special words that we just now used. So 7 to the second power, anything to the second power is the same as squared. And it's kind of weird. And then anything to the third power is the same as cubed. Okay, these are special words that we use in exponents. And I'll talk more about that in class and also in another lesson that we'll do. Okay, but for now, I just want you to notice those 2 special words that we used, and I want you to write them in your notes. Okay? All right, now time for try-its. These ones are your turn. Try-its. Last things we're doing. And the try-its are, you're going to try 6 to the third and 3 to the fourth. Okay? They're a little tricky, but I believe in you. So pause it right now. Take a second. Solve these problems, okay? All right, you should have paused this. So now I'm going to do this. 6 times 6 times 6. I know 6 times 6 is 36. And 36 times 6 is 216. All right, now I'm going to go on to 3 to the fourth. Okay, I got 4 groups of 3 multiplied together, which is 9 times 9. And then 81. And that's my final answer for those. Hopefully you got those. Nice job, you guys.